Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Well, I'm back with the Inmotion V14, and I have the new Raptor control board that they flew out to me from China, and I'm going to install it. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions from you in the comments. You know, what did they change? What caused the failure? And I'll post a link up here to the original video I did on the failure, and maybe the when I open it up. But unfortunately, the answer is not going to be very satisfactory. Basically, I directly asked them at the end when they sent me this, is what do you think caused the problem? Again, the problem was that the symptoms that I experienced was an error message indicating a Hall sensor failure, and then a couple times later after I turned on the wheel, it violently shook, and that blew the control board, which can often happen with Hall sensor failures on previous wheels. Their direct response to my question was it was due to a loose connector, Hall sensor connector. Now, in the video, which I linked up here, that shows me looking at the connector and then cutting the goop away to remove the connector was attached. And they've offered no improvements. I mean, if they really thought it was truly a loose connector based on this design, I would have thought they would have made maybe some change, but no. And so all I can do is put this new one in, put everything back, goop it up, and see what happens. It could be like the Assassin A2 from Begode that broke my ankle. Lightning struck, who knows what happened, cosmic ray. I guess if there really is an issue with this Hall sensor connector that they're using, which to be honest seems more robust than the Hall sensor connectors I've seen in the vast majority of wheels throughout all the years I've been doing this. None of these connectors that they use, they're all circuit board connectors. They're not like these really super robust mechanical connectors. Well, I guess we'll see, right? If it's just a one-off, then there won't be any failures. Otherwise, there will, over time, there will be more failures along these lines. I'm hoping it's a one-off. All right, let me pull in the camera and show you the replacement process. There are 8 screws holding this control board in. To get access to everything, the connectors, I'm going to have to remove this charge port board, subboard, I guess. And let's see, I think I'll remove the battery connectors. Of course, the batteries have already been disconnected on the outside. These connectors have no goop on them, which is nice. Which I assume that means they're not critical to the functioning of the wheel when you're riding. Okay, so everything is disconnected. I'm using a 3mm Allen wrench, by the way. Okay, I've been struggling for a bit. I think it's going to come out now. I think. The thing is, they've used a bunch of this thermal paste. It's kind of created a suction, I think. There's not a lot of room in here. That's a tight fit. Okay, whew, off. Thermal paste. Now, I don't have large quantity of this paste, so what I'm going to do, looks like there's plenty here. I'm going to scrape all this stuff off the old one and kind of paste it on the new one. And then that should be good, I think. I'm not sure how useful this will be, but every little bit helps. I'm not exactly taking a lot off, so it's probably no point in me really doing this. Okay, put gloves on because this stuff is awful to get off your hands. Beautiful construction, by the way. You have all the recesses for all these screws in the bottom. It's a really nice design. There's not much you can do wrong here at putting it back. Okay, I'm getting close to buttoning everything up. I gotta put some goop on here, but everything's connected. I wanted to point out something I kind of thought was interesting. Look at these tiny, tiny wires that coming from the charge board. So you got two here and two here. Boy, they're like, I don't know, I want to say a 20 gauge maybe, or even smaller. Really tiny. Back in the day, like in the 67 volt days, little wires like this would sometimes basically melt when we tried to, even if we weren't fast charging with the standard chargers sometimes. Over time, they beefed these up. They made them really thick. And now, of course, Inmotion, engineers designed this wheel, so I'm sure they designed it to handle the current that's allowed on each port, which I can't remember. But I think you can charge this wheel pretty aggressively, if I remember. Maybe 14 amps, I want to say. I'm not sure. But now, of course, this is double the voltage of those 67 volt wheels. Double voltage, half the current, but they still kind of look small to me. I don't know. Trivia. Okay, I have everything buttoned up. Moment of truth. Connect the batteries. Okay, one set, no sparks. All right. Let's see. Actually, it might not turn on if it's like that. Ah. I think that's okay, let me connect up to the app, see if I probably have to unlock it since it's a new control board. Well, this is a disappointment. I can't get it to work. The wheel turns on. I updated the firmware. I'll throw up a screenshot of the firmware update. 2 boards got updated, and each of the BMS got updated. Still wouldn't balance. See an exclamation point. I decided to run the diagnostics. You'll see the screenshot right now. The motor left hall sensor failed. Same message I got before. And then a new message, vehicle, necessary self-inspection item failed or unpassed. All right, well, it's kind of looking like there really is a hall sensor failure in the motor. New control board, same error message. I'm not going to try and get this wheel to balance because the last time that's what blew the board. So that's a bummer. Today's the 18th, I think, of November, Saturday. I was going to go, well, I am going to go to ABS tomorrow, the races out in Apple Valley Speedway. I was going to bring this, show the guys, but doesn't look like it. So I'm going to have to get in contact with Inmotion again. I guess now I get to take apart the battery packs and the motor and change the tire. Oh, what a pain in the butt. Time. This isn't exactly what I look forward to doing. Work on a demo wheel. So now probably going to be down for a couple weeks. Maybe I'll get this thing running by Christmas. I don't know. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more episodes in the saga of my broken Inmotion V14. Until next time, guys, safe riding.